everybody.
Yay.
I'm Matt.
And I'm Maggie.
And we are
Hopefully awesome.
That's right, a positive place on the internet where we nerd out about all the geeky things we love. And today's geeky thing is us.
Well, not really.
Kind of. Well, it's the Hopefully Awesome Show, our weekly podcast where Maggie and I break down all the nerdy news from the past week,
Whoop, whoop.
as well as usually dissect a few things. Tonight's thing that we're going to dissect is the Guardians of the Galaxy. What a bunch of assholes. Isn't that what they say in the movie?
What a bunch of a-holes. I know that's what they say in the trailer, but I think that's funnier.
A-holes?
Yes.
I think they say a-holes in the movie. Right?
I can't remember.
Or do they even say it in the movie? I feel like they don't even say it.
They don't even say it in the movie. They don't even say it because I'm like, what?
Yeah,
you didn't even say it, man.
Yeah, because they don't even call themselves the Guardians of the Galaxy until like the end.
No.
Yeah.
They talk about Star-Lord.
Yeah.
Like, he calls himself Star-Lord.
Yeah.
And I don't know what the other dude says.
Yeah, I don't either.
Because I think it's the dude from Pirates of the Caribbean.
It's the dude from that one season of Parks and Rec when Andy stayed in London for a few months.
Oh, yeah.
I'm joking. He's actually very well known. I'm pretty sure he's like a famous like director or something. Like, yeah. I don't know a lot.
Uh-oh.
But I know a little bit. And I'm pretty sure he's known for something. Maggie, how are things?
How are things? They're pretty good. Benoit
Blanc?
No. We're saving him for Wednesday.
Oh yeah, that's true. We are. You'll have to come back Wednesday at 8:30 for going back to Smallville.
That way you can see Benoit Blanc.
Benoit Blanc. No. Okay, sorry. I was just making sure. Just making sure the old sound was working right.
The old sound?
Yeah, I don't know what I'm saying right now. I'll be honest. We're kind of coming in hot and heavy, quick and fast. And I'm just trying to land this plane. Trying to get the plane a-going.
Okay.
This is our Monday, everybody. And I just gotta say, it's been a Monday. All right. It has been a Monday.
It's been a Monday. A lot of bumps in the road. But we got over them.
There we go.
And we're here now.
That's... do you want me to just leave it on
here? We're here now. Right now. Living the now.
All right. But yeah, so it's going to be an interesting one, everybody. Mm-hmm. I sent out a tweet about this. Saying we might ruffle a couple of feathers here tonight.
Feathers.
Honestly, I don't know. I'm still, going into this episode, I still don't know how I feel about Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. We're not talking about it just yet. We're going to cover a little bit of news first. But I just kind of want to let y'all know, that's where I've been at ever since we watched it Thursday. I just kind of keep going back and forth, in my brain. It's stuck with me.
Yeah.
But hey, that's enough. Enough talking about that for right now.
If it's stuck with them, that means it means a lot.
I guess, but it doesn't mean a lot because I hate it. We'll just have to find out.
Hot take.
But for now, it's time for the news.
Good news, everyone.
We got one story on the news today.
One story?
Yeah, I thought about doing more, and then I was like, we're probably going to talk a lot about Guardians, so why force more?
No.
I mean, there are some headlines, but I didn't put them on here. A couple of headlines before you go to the next slide. Before you do that. There was the writer's strike.
Yep.
Everybody, writers on strike.
Pay the writers.
Pay the writers.
God.
My God. I mean,
without them, we wouldn't have crap.
Look at this garbage show you're watching. This is what happens when there's no writers. Okay, so that's what you have to look forward to. All right, if we don't pay the writers,
you know what? You could keep us going and throw some money our way.
That's true. Over at patreon.com/hopefully awesome. Good segue, Maggie. And then also Mario. I could have swore we covered this.
We did.
I know, but it just hit 1.1 billion.
Oh,
so I don't know if it was. I think it was about to hit a billion.
So now it's
as
official?
of recording, it is officially over a billion.
Oh, okay. Well, go Mario.
Go Mario. Do.
Yahoo!
And then there was a couple other things. Some stuff's been, put on hold because obviously the writer's strike. And
they said, I think Succession would keep going because they've already got everything
because they already
written.
filmed it, yeah.
Stranger Things is on hold.
There's a couple others. There's something else big. The Marvel. There's a couple of Marvel things that went on pause. Blade.
Oh man.
Daredevil.
We'll never get Blade at this point.
Is Blade? Here's the question. Okay, everybody, let us know in the chat. All right, if you're watching this live, put hashtag live gang. If you're watching the recording, say what I'm still here. Let us know in the chat. Is Blade the new Flash? Is the Blade movie the new Flash?
No,
because the Flash took 75 years before we ever got it. All right,
isn't it gorgeous?
And it's not even out yet.
And Tom Cruise and people that own cinemas have seen it.
I'm just telling you, until I am leaving the theater after watching it, I will not believe it's real. Okay, and that's just all there is to it. All right, I don't make the rules. I just follow the rules. All right,
you don't follow no
and the
rules.
first rule is
don't talk about Fat Club.
That is the first rule, but it's also the first story. Speaking of things to talk about, everybody,
oh God,
get ready.
Oh,
buckle
God.
your fucking seatbelts, everybody, because it is time, baby. It's our time to shine. It's been 15 years. It's been 15 long years, and now we're back. We're back.
The website's back up, guys.
Slusho.
I have to speak, English.
Has returned. Slusho.
Don't be tricked by this if you do not know the story behind it.
Hey Maggie, I bet you can't drink just 6. Get it?
Nope.
Well,
I was not part of that underworld during that time.
Maggie, let me tell you, there was a golden age of internet and cinema met one day and fucked.
Man, I'll miss those days, man.
They met and they fucked and they birthed Cloverfield, okay? And that is what
J.J.
that is
Abrams
what Cloverfield was. All right.
Cloverfield.
Listen, Maggie, you don't understand. It's a secret, okay? You wouldn't understand. Here's what it is. There's this company called Slusho.
Yeah.
All right, that exists in the Abrams universe. Okay, what?
Abrams.
Well, I'm sorry. I was trying to hold in a gaseous passage through my lungs.
Fart.
All right. No, I'm burped. God damn you. And so J.J. Abrams was like, "Oh, hey, let's make a fun Slusho drink thing, fake advertisement, right?" And then he put it in all of his stuff, right? So Slusho was in Alias. Slusho was in Cloverfield. Slusho was in Star Trek.
Yep.
I'm blanking. I believe Slusho was in Lost. I might be wrong.
I thought it was.
Well, here's the thing. It was on Heroes. I don't know. It was on Heroes. You know who was drinking it? Kristen Bell. Because she's also in Heroes Season 2. Kristen Bell joins the cast of Heroes in Season 2.
Wait, is that the circus season?
No, that's Season 4. We don't talk about that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Season 4.
See, listen,
I gave up.
We watch Heroes, I feel like, so fast that,
Well, we only watched Season 1.
I feel like I've forgotten most of it.
That's fine. Because Season 1 is all you needed, okay?
Okay.
You know what happened to Season 2? The writer's strike.
Oh.
Writer's strike happened. Yeah. And then they were like, hey, you know what? They had 3 episodes that were halfway made. And then the writer's strike hit and they were like, well, before the writer's strike hit, they were like, geez, I don't know if we're going to get to do this or not. So they're like, you know what? Why don't we wrap up this story just in case? And so they wrote an alternate ending. And so the whole first half was building up to this idea of almost like a Days of Future Past situation, right?
Gotcha.
And there's a disease that's killing half the world or something, right? Very interesting stuff. And they decide to just not do that. And so they've been building up to this thing, and then they're like, oh, we just shut the vent. And then Nathan Petrelli gets shot in the face. So that's Season 2, okay?
God.
And then it just didn't come back until Season 3, the next year.
Wow.
And it was still not great. Anyway, none of that has anything to do with any of this. All right, Slusho. Slusho. Also
Slusho.
in Slusho. Ba-dum, ba-dum, Slusho. That's the song. At some point we need to watch the ad because it's pretty great. What do you keep looking at?
Optimus looks weird.
It looks
His back is arched.
It looks kind of bent a little bit. Maybe they've bent it. It looks like it bends a little, Maggie.
It bends?
It bends. It's got the bends. Anyway.
I'm sorry.
So Maggie, here's the thing, okay? Slusho is an offput of Tagurato Industries, okay?
Yeah.
Some pronounce it Tagurato.
Uh-huh.
I pronounce it Tagurato. Okay.
Tagurato. Okay.
That they found the nectar from the deep, and some say that that's how the Cloverfield monster was awakened because they were too deep in the ocean, and then they like scooped up the nectar,
Scooped it up.
and then so like when you're watching Cloverfield and like it shows the first tanker that's turned on its side, it's got the Tagurato Industries logo on it, and Jason is wearing a Slusho t-shirt. No. Jason Hawkins is wearing a Slusho t-shirt. Anyway, so again, none of us knew diddly dick about this movie, okay?
You didn't know dick.
We didn't know anything. And so all we had was, there was a website called 11808.com. It was like I believe it was 1-18-08.com. It might have been just 11808.com. I can't remember. But all it was, photographs. And like it was like Rob's Party. And if you clicked on it and then whipped your mouse back and forth, it flipped. And on the back of it, nothing. But sometimes maybe there was, like Teddy, the Teddy guy, and then he went missing. And then he sent his girlfriend the stuff from the factory he had broke into, and then she ate it. And what did she do after she ate it? She went to Rob's party where she was passed out on the couch. And was the monster going to, because it was attracted to the stuff? Because it's the nectar? It's all connected, Maggie. It's all connected. All right. Slusho. Here's what I'm getting at.
Slusho.
We're getting a Cloverfield 2. Or 4. However you want to look at it. All right. But we're getting that at some point. And when we get it, one of the first steps is to reactivate Slusho. And Slusho, the website, has been reactivated. And I'm not going to lie to you. I completely forgot I had an entire story on the iPad. I was like, I'm just going to freeball this and, just be able to knock it out. Okay, so first story.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Swear to God, I completely forgot I wrote out this whole thing. I wrote it like 4 hours ago, and I completely forgot.
It's been a Monday, man.
Via /film, Slusho Returns. Is Cloverfield 2 on its way? Ba-da-ba-ba-da-bam! A relic of the past from when Cloverfield first launched has resurfaced. A bit of viral marketing tied to the original 2008 blockbuster that started it all has us thinking that a sequel is imminent. Jason Derulo.
Hey.
What?
Don't be stealing my Jason Derulo. Hey.
What? I've got
So, like,
more, but what?
I know, but
Okay.
like, here's my question.
All right. Hit me with your best shot.
So, are there people that just have that set as their homepage and they open up their web browser every day? To
Maggie,
see if
you
it's
don't
updated?
understand. You don't understand.
I'm
You
just
don't get
wondering
it.
how people found out, man.
You don't get it. You don't get it. You weren't there. Okay?
No,
Every day.
I was in college.
Every day for 14 years, 16 years. I had to do math. It's 1 plus 15, not 1 minus 15.
Good job with the math,
Thank
Matt.
you. Every day.
Every day.
Every day for 16 years, I have flipped photographs over on 11808.com, okay? I have gone to Ethan Hawes Was Right. It had nothing to do with anything, all right? Maybe I looked up Marble Hornets. Who knows? But sometimes people just keep an eye on this stuff, Maggie. All right, that's their jobs.
I'm not dissing them or anything. I'm just asking, like, so they just have it says their homepage.
You don't get it.
Shut up.
No, how did they figure it out? I have no idea. Maybe somebody does have it as their homepage. I don't know. I mean, honestly,
good on you.
If I was
you are
enough, I'd do it myself.
A bigger fan than Matt.
No, they just get paid to do things or have more money than I do and don't have to go to work. So let's be real here.
Excuses.
How dare you? I'm doing my part one podcast at a time. Okay. From me to you, from you to God's ears. The Slusho website is once again active after being offline for some time. In 2007, well ahead of the release of Cloverfield, a website for the fictional drink appeared and included an interactive game, though nothing directly connected to the movie. It was all in-universe. In its present-day form, visitors to the website are greeted with a happy animated characters and a tagline boasting, "You can't drink just 6. Maggie, you can't do it. You can't fucking do it. You can't do it."
So you have to drink 6?
You can't drink just 6.
Wow.
So like...
Would she die?
No. It's first off, it's nectar. Okay, it's good for you. Second off...
Now, are you sure about this?
No, they're not saying that
the ninjutsu company.
Tagarato Industries?
Tagarato
How
Industries.
dare you? All right,
I'm sorry.
Listen.
I'm sorry.
Also, 1, it's healthy. 2, they're not telling you to drink 6. They're saying you can't drink just 6.
So you
could drink
6.
1. You could drink 1.
But will you die if you drink more than 6?
No, it's just saying, no, you can't drink 6 only. Only 6. 6 is the number here. Think about it, Maggie. 6 is the number of man. All right? 6.
Satan.
Okay. Think about it. There were 6 seasons of Lost. All right. There were 6 seasons in a movie for Community.
That's what I was about to tell.
It represents incompletion.
Incompletion. Okay.
All right. 6 Nuns.
Stop.
3 6 Mafia.
369.
No. We don't want to get claimed. In its present day form, we already talked about all that. You can then mix your own Slusho using 6 flavors: Blueberry Zoom, Chocolate Rage, Meekin, Nashi, Banana Anime, and Strawberry Tasty.
Man, they didn't really get creative with the strawberry.
Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. Please shut your mouth. Listen, whether or not one cares about the website is inconsequential. All right, it said it right here. Whether you give a shit or not, it doesn't fucking matter. All right, it doesn't matter, Maggie. All right, Maggie. Listen. The important thing here is that this is our first true sign that progress is being made on the next Cloverfield movie. A project announced back in early 2021, right in the height of the pandemic.
Height.
All right. The height.
Height.
I like to add syllables. All right.
No, you don't.
Has the movie already been filmed in secret? Much like 10 Cloverfield Lane? Huh?
God, man.
Are we going to get a surprise release like the Cloverfield Paradox on Netflix?
I pray not.
Huh? These
No.
are the questions we're asking. Which dropped on Netflix right after the Super Bowl in 2018. It's woefully unclear right now, but things certainly seem to be happening. Hello?
Yeah, string on it. Things seem to be slushing.
How fucking dare you? This ain't a game. You think this is a game? This ain't a game?
You said that this is a game.
Didn't I? Never.
Yes, you did.
I never.
You described it in your thing that this is a game where you can make your own Slusho.
No, it has No, it doesn't say game. It says you can then mix your own Slusho using 6 flavors. It says nothing
Hey, chat.
about
Chat.
games.
He said something about game.
Now, it is an ARG, G standing for game, but
Oh
that's...
my God, Matt.
It's not a game, Maggie! Listen, we've got
load it up right now.
We've got 4 more paragraphs of this, okay? Are you going to let me get through this?
Jesus, Matt.
All right, listen.
God, did you write a biography?
Yes, I did. All right, now I disagree with this shit. All right, slash film, you lost me with this bit. All right. All we really know now is that J.J. Abrams and Paramount are developing what is reportedly a direct sequel to Cloverfield. The last 2 Cloverfield films absolutely took place in the same universe as the original movie. I disagree. How dare you, sir? How dare you? Cloverfield Lane, Cloverfield Paradox, I do not think took place in the same universe. Now, if they want to say the same multiverse, maybe. All right, maybe. But no. Maggie, have you seen Cloverfield Paradox?
No.
Do you remember the end of it?
I went to bed then because I had to teach the next day.
All right. Well, spoiler alert. All right. Spoiler alert for 2018's Cloverfield Paradox. Clover's in it at the end for 2 seconds. And this bitch is huge. All right. It's
how dare
huge.
you call her that?
No. Listen, it's a huge bitch. Okay? It's huge. Its head is taller than like Mount Olympus. Okay. The tallest mountain on Earth. All right. It's taller. And like it seriously. And it's like thick. All right.
Like
it doesn't make any sense. Okay. It doesn't fit. It's not the same Clover. And the whole thing about Cloverfield Paradox is that they've accidentally merged 2 universes together, and like the rift in it has caused like demons and shit to run wild. Paradox tried to fill in some gaps that did not need filling. Okay. All right. It was trying to go in the ear. Y'all need to do that. There's plenty of other gaps to fill. All right. You don't have to go for the ear. Okay. We're done with spoilers. It was trying to do it. Cloverfield Paradox was trying to fix things. It didn't need to be fixed. It didn't. Here's the thing. J.J. Abrams was looking at it and he was like, you know what? This is the Twilight Zone now. This is just the Twilight Zone now. Cloverfield is just the name to say that everything is a part of this.
Right.
No.
Rockabye.
It's like how Marvel, right? How Marvel is like, oh, the Captain America. It's the same franchise as Iron Man. Right? Mm-hmm. But it's not. Like, you wouldn't say Iron Man 2 is a prequel to Captain America. No. Exactly. And that's Cloverfield. I rest my case. There we go. I did have this idea that maybe there was like some time dilation going on. And so like maybe it's almost like a ripple effect. So kind of like how the Flash explains time travel, where like if Barry goes back in time and like he lands here, that it doesn't necessarily just affect things that move forward from time, but it also affects things that are behind it, because it's like dropping a rock in a pond and it goes out, right? It splinters, right? And so maybe Cloverfield
ripples.
Yeah. And so maybe like we're seeing time taking place at various stages of time. Okay? And so like in Paradox, we're in the future, but then that future caused the past Cloverfield to happen and 10 Cloverfield Lane, but all 3 events are happening at the same time simultaneously, even though they're at different times. So like Cloverfield wouldn't be the past of 10 Cloverfield. Yeah. Like it just also happened on a different spectrum of time.
Okay.
Is that, you follow? You get me?
Yeah. I think.
So, they were essentially spin-offs that focused on entirely different characters. Paramount has every motivation to make another one of these movies. Cloverfield was a smash hit, taking in $172 million worldwide against a $25 million budget, and proving that found footage could work on a blockbuster scale. No, that wasn't a joke.
I was laughing because it worked.
Oh.
I was being sarcastic.
Listen to this. Ready? 10 Cloverfield Lane was equally successful, earning $108 million. 108.
I lost numbers.
108. All right. Think about it.
Lost numbers?
What? Do you know what 4 plus 8 plus 15 plus 16 plus 23 plus 42 is?
No. I
It's
can't
108.
do that.
Do you know how much time was on a clock every time I'd have to reset? 108 minutes. What 3 numbers appear in the release date of Cloverfield?
108.
Exactly. You're getting it. You're getting it.
I'm so scared right now.
All right.
God, man.
But it made $108 million against a $15 million budget. Okay. Even the Cloverfield Paradox was profitable for Paramount thanks to its Netflix deal. How many letters are in the word Netflix, Maggie?
8.
108. That's right.
100. No.
In other words, the studio has earned money on this franchise every time it's gone to bat. Every time Cloverfield has made money. All right. And if this new movie truly is a direct sequel to the original Cloverfield, that would really get people talking.
Will it, Matt?
This is to you, Slusho. Rest in peace.
Wait, it just came back. You can't tell it to R.I.P.
Hallelujah! It's returned.
Oh, it was resurrected?
The return of the king, Slusho.
Resurrection of
Maggie,
Slusho.
here's what I'm going to throw out at you, okay?
What?
Why don't you pull up the Slusho website?
No, Matt, we got other fish to fry tonight,
listen,
man.
I'm going to talk to the people about our sponsors. While I'm doing that, why don't you pull up the website? Let's just poke around a little bit, see if we can figure out some things, okay? So, everybody, hey, this episode is brought to you by patreon.com/hopefullyawesome. That's right. Over at patreon.com/hopefullyawesome, you can get exclusive content. Like, if you like what you're hearing already, just imagine the shit we put behind a paywall. All right. You can't even fathom it. It's incredible. Amazing things. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, shit. All right. Anyway, listen, patreon.com/hopefullyawesome. You need to come over there. Okay. Cause we got our movie commentary. We did Cloverfield. We already did it. You can listen to us talk over Cloverfield. It's amazing. Maggie falls asleep halfway through. It's hilarious. Go check it out. We also have our monthly exclusive web series, Matt plus Maggie. There it is. Yep. And we also got Hopefully Awesome Anime and Hopefully Awesome Comics. Come check it out today. Now, back to the show. Everybody, look. We got Slusho pulled up.
All right.
Let's take a look. Where's the audio?
Chill.
Turn it up, dog. I want to hear the music. Oh, you gotta click where it says audio off. It's right there.
God, man.
It's right there. There you go. All right. Do you got it turned up?
I gotta make sure it's turned up on this.
Turn it up. Turn it up. Oh my God! What happened? Where did it go?
I got it back. God. Oh, there it is.
Oh, crank it up.
Here, you take care of that. You're stressing me out.
I got it. Listen.
Fresh for you.
Everybody hear that?
Look, there's the fish they get the nectar from. All right.
Yeah. Yeah. Bet you're really fucking happy we came here now, aren't you?
Become like the masters, Naruto and
Noriko and Ganu create your own flavor mixtures for a unique Slusho experience. The beginning of each Slusho is the deep sea ingredient. That's the nectar. And you choose what delicious combination to make. Add up to 2 flavors below to make the best Slusho of all time.
Oh. Well, we could do a berry, strawberry, and blueberry.
No. We gotta. All right, fine. You know what? Fuck it. Yeah, let's do blueberry zoom and strawberry tasty. Slusho go. Here we go. Watch this. Watch this, Maggie. Look at this. Oh my god.
Does it turn purple?
Oh my god. What's happening? Oh my
Somebody in chat says they can't wait to watch this movie.
Look at that! That's Cloverfield! That's Cloverfield.
No, it's not. Here, let's make a new flavor. He just pooped out a bunch of...
No, he flew into space,
He pooped out the word
Maggie.
Zoom.
That's what fell when Rob was on the Ferris wheel. That's what fell. It was a Slusho robot.
Let's do chocolate banana
anime. What's Meekin?
I don't know.
What's a Meekin?
I don't know.
Can we do the 2 middle ones after this?
Yes, we can.
All right, here we go, guys. What do you think it's gonna be? Let us know in the chat. It's a Slusho.
Slusho Zoom.
Oh my god! Oh shit! This is crazy. All right.
Oh my god,
Let's get the last one here. Meekin and Nashi. Nashi kind of looks like a turkey a little bit. All right, let me go over to Maggie's son. Look at that. A little bit like a turkey.
How dare you?
Like a little turkey. Like
Calling me a
Turkatron. Turkatron. Here we go. What do you think? What do you think it's gonna look like?
Another bot. Another mech.
Oh my god.
The same but different colors.
It looks like Zulumon.
Is there anything you can like?
Oh, Maggie. There's Easter eggs all over this thing, okay? Here, go back home. Go back home. All right. Go down here. Just poke around down here. Down here.
I am down there,
Yeah,
man.
just poke around a little bit.
I am
All right.
clicking like
Click
a
over
crazy
here.
person.
Click over here. Click on one of these kitties. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they removed it.
I am clicking like crazy. I'm even going over.
Ooh, do like a click and drag. It'll highlight anything you can click. No, that's the wrong. No, I guess not.
It won't let me.
All right. Well, fuck. I guess that's it.
Oh God.
I guess that's it. What? What do you want me to say? That's it. We did it. All right, everybody. Thanks for watching. And as always. No, I'm joking. We're going to go in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Hey,
now.
Viking
What?
King, I'm doing banana strawberry for you.
Banana strawberry. All right, Viking King.
We
Here we
got
go.
requests
Here we
from
go.
chat.
Here we go, Viking King. This is for you.
This is for you, man.
Dude, it looked like Zulumon, right? Where's...
Why is that turned up to 80?
I can't hear
Jesus.
it. I can't hear it.
Honey, I've got the audio off.
Ah, fuck. Wait, they all do look the same.
Is somebody trolling y'all? Is somebody trolling you all? Like,
No.
this is fake.
No, this is real.
Anybody can make a web page.
Wait. This is slusho.com.
Yeah.
You need to be on slusho.jp.
No, I do not.
What do I know? I've only been looking at this shit since 2007. As soon as I left.
JPG?
No, that's JPEG. It's just .jp.
JP.
Just like Japan. Slusho.jp.
Okay.
Do it. Go for it. If this pulls up something bad, we'll turn it off real quick.
I got my finger on the X.
Is it
button.
doing anything?
It says it's
going?
trying to load.
Maybe it doesn't exist anymore. All right, everybody. This has been Slusho. I can't believe, honestly, kind of shocked that I was able to pull 36 minutes out of this.
Guess what, guys? It's only going to get wilder.
Pouring sweat right now. My God.
Ah, yes. Somebody else got the hot flashes than
All right.
me.
I say we end it there. And we
Did you cut
go
the
back.
TV back down?
Oh, sure. There we go. Turn it down. There we go. 60, 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, 3, 2, 1. Okay. There you go. All right, Maggie. It's time for the main topic. That's right, everybody. They call themselves the Guardians of the Galaxy.
What a bunch of a-holes.
I was going to say that. And then
What a joke.
What a joke. Peacemaker. Oh.
Peacemaker, what a joke.
Would you find me? Oh my God.
It's because you're wearing a hat.
Man, you know what I could go for right about now? A Slusho. What do you think a Slusho tastes like, Maggie? All right, anyway.
A slushy.
Here we go. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 just hit theaters over the weekend, and Maggie and I decided to do what we do best. Go sit in a dark room for 2.5 hours and glaze over.
And chase a 2-year-old around.
That's also part of it. But we watched Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, and we're gonna talk about it. Now, here's how we're gonna do this. 1, spoiler free.
Mm-hmm.
All right. We're totally spoiler free for right now.
Mm-hmm.
2, we will do spoilers, and when we do spoilers, hit the next button. Boom. Look at that. That'll be on the screen. All right, now you can go back.
Boom.
So, that's right. And we'll also make like a noise like, there you go. So we'll be doing that. And then post spoilers, we're going to be touching on our ranking for summer 2023 so far. Okay. But before we do all of that, here's the thing, everybody. Okay. You might think Guardians of the Galaxy, Matt and Maggie going to watch this, begins with them sitting down to watch the movie. That might be what you think, right?
But actually,
it's not.
But
it actually began before that, when we came home to a box.
Home to a big honking box.
I'm gonna need to make some room. Don't drink my coffee.
I'm tempted to.
Don't do it. I'm watching. All right, everybody, ready?
It smells yummy.
Here comes the box.
God.
Oh, fuck.
Okay.
Here's the box. Oh, God.
What's in the box, you may ask? Well, you might be surprised.
Why does it look lopsided? Maybe the camera's lopsided. All right.
Yeah,
We got this one.
it is.
Anybody notice what this is? Right here. What is it, Maggie?
It's a Nova Core.
That's right. So, inside this box, all right, Wario64 told us about this box.
Golly, I feel the spirit in here.
And he gave us a box. He told us about this box. So we ordered this box. And you'll never guess what's inside of this box.
I guarantee if you go look at Warrior's tweets, I bet you could put it together.
Good luck scrolling through 5 days worth of tweets from Wario64. Good luck, Maggie. All right.
Our child can hear us.
All right. Here's what's in the box. Okay, ready? How do we open it? I'm going off mic.
Oh, thank God.
All right, here we go.
In 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, so that's how it opens. So I'm just gonna open it like this. Ready, everybody? Maggie, count us down.
5, 4, 3,
Two,
2, 1. There's half. There's the other half. Whoa!
What is it?
Jesus.
There we go. Look at this.
Monstrosity.
Look at that. Can y'all see it?
6 boxes of cereal, y'all.
I've got the mic in my hand.
Oh, God.
All right, look. Check it out. This is the General... Is it General Mills?
Yes.
This is the General Mills. Okay? This is them doing a Guardians of the Galaxy box. This is my favorite camera angle we've ever had. All right, look at this. You get 6 boxes of cereal. All right. Maggie, why don't we count them out? We got
1.
Lucky Charms.
I can't. Look, I was already all the way up there.
All right, we got Lucky Charms, Cocoa Krispies.
Cookie Crisp. Cookie Crisp.
It's hard. Reading's hard like this, okay?
Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Reese's Puffs, the goat with the goat, Rocket Raccoon. Drax is Trix, obviously. And we got Mantis as Honey Nut Cheerios because they both look like bees. Mate, why don't we pull out a box? Why don't we pull out a box? Show them what's on it. Wait, no, wait, pick one that has like a character. Pick one that has a character. Do Lucky Charms. Do Lucky Charms. Do the Lucky Charms. For the love of fuck, do Lucky Charms.
Hey, Matt. You know what? They all have characters on them.
No, I'm talking about
I meant
the
Guardians
mascots.
of the Galaxy.
I meant the mascots, Maggie. I love that my face is just completely in it right now.
It's the Maggie show.
All right.
Oh, God,
Are you going to pull it out? Oh, Maggie, what are you doing? Don't bend it. Jesus.
God.
That's why the rope is there.
I was afraid all 6 of them were going to pop out, man.
Maggie.
It is okay, God.
All right, show us the box.
Freaking.
Show us the box. Look at this, everybody. Look at this. Oh, look at that. Lucky's a part of it.
Hey, if anybody wants some cereal, hit us up.
Look, stay focused on the front of it.
You're not talking enough.
Lucky is a part of the Nova Corps now. Look at that.
What a joke.
And every one of them have something like that. Look, there's the wolf. Everybody knows Cookie Wolf.
Yeah.
Everyone's favorite. You got.
Here, I'll help you.
You got. Is there a mascot for Cinnamon Toast Crunch?
Yeah, it's a little Cinnamon Toast Crunch dude.
Is he in?
He's on top of the end. See?
Is he wearing Nova Corps?
Yeah.
Okay. And then
Oh my God.
we got.
I hate doing this.
We
I
got
need to look at the phone.
Rocket. What are you doing?
Sorry,
Where'd you
God.
go? Ow! There's no mascot.
Boo, Reese Puffs.
I demand a refund. I mean, you'd think they could at least put like a fucking Reese cup with a goddamn pair of lipstick or something. It goes right here. Goes. Then we got Drax.
Oh my God.
Look, there's the Trix rabbit. Everybody knows him. Silly rabbit. Drax is for kids. And lastly, we got. No, you grabbed Drax again. This is a disaster. This is a disaster. All right, and then we got. Look at that.
Oh, look, it's the bee.
That's the bee's knees right there. All right. Here we go. And now you can put them all back.
You put that one back.
This one?
Since you're better at than I am.
This man, I really thought about just throwing it on the ground.
There.
No, it goes at the front.
Oh my god!
It goes at the front. No, the other front. It goes before Nebula.
I'm trying.
Oh my god!
I'm gonna smack you again.
Here.
I'm gonna pinch you. I'm so glad I stayed for this unboxing. Thanks, Eric.
Here we go. Here we go.
Oh god, what was that?
What'd you drop? There.
Oh,
I almost got it. There. Stick it in. There we go.
That's what she said.
Okay. Oh, fuck. That was exhausting. That was really exhausting, everybody. Very, very exhausting. All right, Maggie, what else? What else came in the box?
Gosh. We got pins.
Wait, show them. Why did you take it out? Show them the box.
Shut up, God. Stop.
Show them the box.
I'm trying. It dropped. God.
I am.
It's because you're wearing
up.
a hat, Matt. Matt. It rhymes. All right.
Did you show them the box?
I'm not joking. I'm going to pinch you so hard.
All right.
Nails dug in.
Check it out, everybody. Look at this box. All right. It says Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, only in theaters.
Yeah.
And then you open the box, and guess what's inside?
Pins.
Pins, dog. Look at them pins, dog. I gotta move this for a second. I'm putting my headphones back on. What's so funny?
You're a dork.
What?
You're a dork.
I'm a dork.
You're a dork. Oh my god. Where'd you go?
I ripped the cord out again.
Oh my god. This has been one of the best unboxings we've done in a while.
All right. Maggie.
Now we are going to taste test all 6.
No, we're not. We're not. Here, show us the close up of those pins. Look at them pins. But why don't you push them closer to the camera?
I'm trying to be careful because they can spill out.
Don't spill them. You just seen that?
Nope.
like there's less and less of my face. It's visible every time it comes back. Look at that. Oh, wow. All right. That's it. So we got this box, and then we watched the movie.
And no, we haven't opened up the cereal yet.
Well, we was waiting for this.
Oh, also it came with
God.
a card. And the box is pretty sweet. Oh my god, Matt.
I'm trying.
You're such a drama queen.
I'm trying.
I'm so sorry. This is going stupendous. Netflix, Hulu, Disney has nothing on you guys.
There. Okay.
Thank you, Eric. Oh, God.
Jeez. What was the card?
It's just proof of,
Conception? Oh, wait. Show it. There it is. Look at that. Everybody, if you take a screenshot of it.
The date of manufacturing was the 1st of February. It was made in China.
1st of February? That cereal's that old?
Well, what'd you expect, Matt?
Ugh. Barf. Does anyone want a slightly used box of cereal? Yours only
ours
$200.
And then we're going to keep the pins, so
that's true, and the box it came in, and the boxes of cereal. So you're getting the bags.
The bags of cereal for $200.
$200. It's a good deal.
Take it or leave it,
or more. I mean, you can offer us more. You can't.
Not less.
You can't buy just 6. All right.
You need smacking.
So, I didn't really like Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh boy, boys and girls, it's gonna be one of them nights.
Right. Where's my coffee at? You didn't drink it, did you?
No, I didn't.
All right.
God,
I need a sip. Maggie,
shut up.
Give them the rundown of how this all went down Thursday.
Like us going to the movies.
Ah, that's right. We went to the movies on Thursday. I was just needing to take a sip, and you were like, "Huh? What? Huh?"
Well,
Talking is hard. I'm just joking. I love you. I'm just being funny. I love you. You're smarter than me. You're more pretty than me.
You got that right.
All right. Don't flick me. I bruised like a peach. Did you say what?
Flick your tit.
Oh. All right. Listen.
That's what he thinks I said.
Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 came out last weekend. Maggie and I went and watched it opening day, 3 o'clock.
Bam.
We were there. I set my ass down in the theater. No spoilers. Still no spoilers. And we saw a trailer for the Marvels. And then this movie started. And then 2.5 hours later, the movie was over.
Yeah.
And I walked out of the theater feeling a bit unsure of myself.
Oh God, it's drove him crazy.
I truly have not been this much at a loss of words. I don't know. Honestly, like, we're all going to figure this out together. Okay. I don't know how I feel, because I looked at Maggie like an hour after and I was like, I don't know if I liked it. And like, my first thought was like, it kind of reminded me of Superman Returns. Okay. Where it's like, it said it was going to be one thing, and then it was, but it was just not how I thought the one thing was going to be. Right. And so, like, they said this is going to be the final chapter of the Guardians of the Galaxy trilogy from James Gunn. And it was. It's just not how I thought it would be. And, like, here's the other thing. I'm, like, alone in this. Because it's, like, a 95% on Rotten Tomatoes. And that's the audience score. The critic score is, like, 80-something. Still very positive. So, like, everybody agrees this movie is fantastic. And I'm like, it's like, I don't know if it's like a Lord of the Rings situation, or like, it's just not my movie, but like, I can see it's well made. I concede that it's well made. I'm just not certain if what was made was what I was wanting to see. Hey.
Much love, Eric.
See you later, Eric. Thanks for stopping by. I went full screen. What's up? Sorry. We'll
It's
see
all
you
about Matt,
next time.
you know.
It's true. Maggie, how did you feel about Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3?
I felt like, I know this is a weird way of saying it, like, I felt misplaced.
Like, you felt misplaced?
Yeah. Like, you know, watching the first Guardians over and over again when it came, like, out on cable and stuff. And then Guardians of the Galaxy 2 came out. And, like, those are both very funny movies. Like, they have a good storyline and stuff. But then, come to this one, it's sad. And
Again, no spoilers. We're spoiler free.
Yeah. Sad. It's just a different tone. Still has the some of the funny stuff in it, but it's just not what I was expecting.
It almost feels like, here's the thing. It almost feels like James Gunn was unaware of what was going to happen in Infinity War and Endgame, and was thrust into this film without really having the knowledge of it. Right? But that's not the case. I mean, he had the script wrote like 4 years ago, and he consulted.
He was on set.
Yeah, he consulted for both of them. Like, he knew, everybody knew what was going on. It's all like, to me, it almost feels like how Multiverse of Madness and WandaVision are like really far away from each other. Like, there's not really that cohesion.
Mm-mm.
And to me, this feels like that, but with not just with Endgame, but with Guardians 2.
Yeah.
Like, it feels just, to me, I'm not downing it, but like, it just feels so detached. Mm-hmm. And like, when they say like, this is the greatest ending of a trilogy, I don't see that at all. Because the story of the first and second one, like, lend itself to a place, right? Even if you remove all the other universe stuff, that's fine. Like, it doesn't have to tie into Thor. I'm not worried about that. But, like, for it to just, if you watch just 1, 2, and 3, regardless of the continuity errors, it doesn't feel like one solid story. Like, it doesn't feel like this really ends it. This feels like a sequel from many years later that they decided to do, you know? This feels like Rocky Balboa, you know? Like, it doesn't feel like Rocky 3.
No.
You know, even though I've not actually seen either of those. But I think you get what I'm saying. So, like...
How dare
listen,
you
well, we can get into that later. We can get into that later. Sylvester Stallone is in this movie. There's your tie-on.
How dare you?
But I'm just saying, I don't know. It just felt... I don't know. This movie... Again, I'm trying to stay very, 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 very spoiler-free. So, to me, this movie didn't so much feel as like an end point for the Guardians that we've come to know. It felt more like a breakup film. Like, it felt like... How I did that on you?
Oh, well, I said that earlier.
What, like a breakup film? I don't think you did.
I thought I did.
No, you said something else.
Farewell film?
Maybe.
Goodbye?
Maybe. I don't know. I don't remember what you said, honestly. I don't think you said breakup. Anyway, it felt like a breakup film. All right, it felt like this was like if Taylor Swift writes a breakup song, this is a breakup film. And like, if the way I read it almost feels like maybe James Gunn was being meta and made the film represent what he's trying to say about prolonged relationships. And if that's the case, then I mean, hats off. Like, if the point was to prove that things shouldn't outstay their welcome, then he definitely made this movie feel like maybe that was the case. Mm-hmm. And I'll get more into that in the spoilers to really figure out what I'm trying to say. But I think another piece of it is the plot. Like,
it was a lot.
But it was also nothing.
It was a lot and nothing at the same time.
Like, again, spoiler free. Still spoiler free.
I know.
I'm letting everybody know. Because it's going to sound like I'm going into spoilers. I'm not. First Guardians is about, Ronan. He's going to conquer the galaxy. Right? And they stop that. And there's an Infinity Stone. Second Guardians, they got to stop Ego from destroying the entire universe. Right?
And Star-Lord figures out who his dad is.
Yeah. This one, the stakes are the lowest possible stakes that I can think of. Like, I cannot think of another stake lower than this with still any kind of, with it still being able to be called something at stake. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like, it just like, and it starts right into that. And that causes like some sidelining of things, which just felt like I understand what they were doing. I understand what they did while and all that stuff. I get all that. It just, I don't know. I don't know. It's very depressing. Like, I mean, I think, considering how the movie begins, like we began the first movie with "Come and Get Your Love," right? Right? Was it "Come and Get Your Love"? And then the second movie begins with Mr. Brightside, or not Mr. Brightside, Mr. Blue Sky.
Mr. Blue Sky.
Dude, if it's Mr. Brightside, that'd be amazing. Oh my god, even better.
How many emo millennials would jump up and start screaming?
But the song that they begin this movie off with, I'm not going to say it because I feel like it's a spoiler. It's like, so this is, I mean, that is the most representative of the tonal shift in this. And I feel like that is what makes it feel so disconnected. Like, it doesn't even feel like the heart and soul that was with like the Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas special. Mm-hmm. Like, it doesn't even have that, like it just, I don't know. I don't know if James Gunn was like pissed off at Marvel because of everything that happened, and that's fair, if he was. I don't know if he was wanting to make a different movie and just decided to make this using the thoughts he had for other movies. I don't know if he just wanted to kind of break the mold, like he'd done 2 Marvel movies for Marvel, and so this was his movie for him. And like, I don't know if that's why it was so vastly different. And I mean, even just stylistically, it was like the grotesqueness was like amped up to like 11,
Oh yeah.
Like, I mean, we were able to convey in Guardians 1 and 2, that Rocket was, a subject of being like, what's it called?
Animal testing.
Being tested on and stuff. And so like, we were able to do that without having to be like gross.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like, I know that it definitely sells the story that they're trying to say about that in this movie. But it just felt like maybe it was just a hair too far. Because it wasn't even like it's heartbreaking, but it's also just hard to watch. And like at a certain point, like what, like why are we doing that in this movie? I'm all for, just to be clear, and this will be so much easier to talk about when we're in spoilers, I'm all for like protecting animals, and animal cruelty is just pieces of shit, right? Like if you hurt a dog, honestly, jail for life, if not just immediate death. Okay, like I'm sorry, 2 things you don't mess with: kids and dogs. Like, or I mean, even all animals. I mean, honestly. And so I'm all for that, but just it felt like I couldn't really tell like if it almost felt like I was being preached to, and like, I'm with you, buddy. Like I'm with you. We're in the choir. You ain't got to preach to us. Like, we're here. Well, I completely agree. So, like, I don't know why you're trying to, like, bust us in the side of the head with this message that we're all already in agreement on, And, like, that also doesn't really feel like the point of a Guardians of the Galaxy movie or a Marvel movie in general. I mean, me, I'm all for putting a message in movies.
Yeah.
Like, that is what takes movies to the next level, I feel like. But there's a difference between like, a piece of art truly connecting with you and changing. Jojo Rabbit is a great example, and like just cramming a message down your freaking throat, like environmentalism in Beast Machines. It's like, it's just too on the nose,
Or Captain Planet.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
exactly.
definitely shoving it down your throat.
So, in some ways, I'm getting way too strong on this. In some ways, it almost felt like the Passion of the Christ for Guardians of the Galaxy. Okay, like where Passion of the Christ, they're like, we're just gonna beat the shit out of this dude for 2 hours, and we're gonna make you feel like shit because fuck you, right? And like, that's the Passion of the Christ, right? And then this is kind of like, not the exact same, obviously. It's like some of that, but then also a lot of boring stuff. Anyway, but that being said,
okay,
the opposite side of that, okay, is it was definitely the story he wanted to tell, and he told it. And I feel that he told it exactly how he wanted to tell it. And it did what I assume he was wanting it to do. And so, I mean, I can't fault him for making a bad movie, because it's not a bad movie. And it wasn't poorly made. It just was the story, like this, just the story wasn't really the story I was looking for. And again, I know I'm going to be the detractor and all this. Like most everybody's just super high on it. But it's just, I don't know. When you think about like the swan song, like this is a swan song of the Guardians of the Galaxy. And even if we get them back in, Secret Wars or whatever, it's never going to be the same, right?
Yeah.
And this just, to me, didn't feel like it really was that. This wasn't the Goodbye Yellow Brick Road for the Guardians of the Galaxy. This was I feel like we're still here. I guess we got to deactivate our Facebook of Guardians of the Galaxy, But it has also stuck with me. Like, I have not stopped thinking about this movie. And I was trying to dissect it, and I'll talk more about this in spoilers, of like, what is it about this that's not connecting with me? What is it about this that I'm disliking? What is it about this that I, like, what is he trying to say, right? Because I feel so just in this void for Guardians of the Galaxy 3 that I don't even really know why I'm feeling what I'm feeling. And so I spent the weekend really trying to just think through, like, why do I feel like this? And I think I've come up with it. But in order to tell that, I'll have to get into spoilers.
Okay.
So I'm going to hold off on that. I'm going to let you take over for a little bit.
I'm not sure what to say. Because you said a lot.
I did.
I agree with you. Like you said, it's like a breakup movie. Just busting up the gang and, be like, I'm going to be off my socials for a bit.
Yeah. I don't really want to look at these pictures.
I don't know.
So
I don't know if I'll be back.
Yeah.
But I'll be gone. And something like a lot, I like a few things in it. Like, I think it's just funny bits, and then there's some things I'm just like, why did he go this way? Which I have a funny feeling I know what it is, but that'll be in spoilers. I mean, I talked it over with somebody that cuts my hair. She saw it, but she couldn't see it because she was taking care of a 1 and 2 year old.
Yeah.
She gets to watch it again on Tuesday. But like, there's so many things, like we said earlier, there's, like, to me, there's too much going on, but then yet there's nothing going on.
Yeah.
And it's kind of confusing sometimes.
Yeah.
Because I remember, like, that post-credit scene in Guardians 2, and we see Adam Warlock.
There's like 5 post-credit scenes.
Yeah.
Yeah, all of them setting up something.
And, like, I was like, oh, man, this is going to be cool. I don't have no idea who he is, but, like,
right.
He's gold, and they're making him. This is so cool.
Yeah.
And then, like, well, I don't want to spoil it, but, like,
the choices they made for Adam
Warlock.
Yeah.
In a way, I understand it, and in a way, I liked it, but then in a way, I didn't like it.
Yeah. It's almost like if this movie was its own movie, I would feel less negative towards it. Yeah. If that makes sense.
No, that makes sense.
Like if this was just an original cast of characters and they did this, and or even if this same movie came out 20 years from now.
Yeah.
And like they're still doing these, and like we go back and revisit these characters 20 years later or something, right? Like even that would almost make it more sense. Mm-hmm. But like right now, it just doesn't fit, I just feel like we haven't done enough work for it to make sense. Sorry, I started talking.
It's okay. I think we need to get into spoilers. Because I'm afraid I'm going to let some slip.
So from here, we're getting ready to get into spoilers, everybody. If you have not seen Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, I would still recommend go watch it, especially if you're a fan. If you're a fan, you should definitely watch it, and you should not listen to our spoiler conversation. I think you should honestly just go with an open mind and see how you feel about it. And I mean, odds are you'll love it because 95% of people do. So, definitely check it out if you're any kind of Marvel fan. It's still a Marvel movie. I was gonna say a great Marvel movie, but it's still definitely worth going to see. And there are some great pieces of it that I think just for me as a whole, they just didn't hit that Guardians level, right? So with that, we're going to get into spoilers. Here we go. Spoilers. I can't believe nobody was dead the whole time. Like, first off, nobody died. Just shocking.
Like, I kind of let down by that.
I mean, I'm okay.
I'm
okay that nobody died. Like, that's fine. Like, if that's whatever. That's his choice. I don't care. Right? If I think it makes more sense if someone had died. But I'm more taken aback by the fact that Peter was stuck in space and his face exploded and he's not dead. Like, I mean, they even could have been like, oh, Adam Warlock has healing ability all of a sudden. And like, now he's healed. You know, or like they did the friggin' Spock con blood thing, right? And like, oh, he's healed now. Like, they could have worked something around it. But like, just as it is, it's like, oh, well, no. He was in the vacuum of space and his face exploded. But he's fine. And like, no permanent damage or anything. His face is fine. It just goes back to the normal shape, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I'm okay with that choice. It's more just like,
why?
Yeah. I mean, you could have done like one more thing and it would have worked more.
Yeah.
I don't understand. I think my biggest qualm with this is Gamora.
Yeah.
I just what was her point? What was the point of her? I'm gonna play devil's advocate for myself also in just a little bit.
I think why Gamora was in it was because I think that had, and I know it could have been done without her there, whatever, but I think it was to establish to the audience that there was no hope of them ever being back together.
So why not just kill her off? Why did we bring her back?
They already did.
That's what I'm saying. Like, why did we bring her back? Like, what is her purpose in the structure of the story? Like, I get it. I mean, I get that we all love Zoe Saldana, right? A Guardians movie without Gamora feels wrong. I get that. But, like, I just don't understand why we had this character arc. She dies. Past her comes back. She's now here and refuses to grow as a person, and and that's it. Like, that's and it's like, well, what was the purpose of that? Like, why even bother? Because I mean, if it's just to remind Quill that he's got to let go of the past, then you can do that with just him not letting go of dead Gamora. Like, why do we have to have a physical, like, representation of her from this past Gamora that's not really Gamora?
Yeah.
And it never ultimately leads to anything interesting.
No.
Like, I thought if maybe we could be building to, like, true love conquers all, or especially there at the end when Peter's stuck in space. And, Gamora throughout the movie has been kind of learning more and more about Peter and realizing, like, maybe there was something there, right? And, like, in the first Guardians of the Galaxy movie, Gamora is stuck in space and he gives her his helmet, right, to save her life. And so, like, here he is stuck in space. I'm like, okay, here's the full circle moment. She's going to save his life by doing what Peter did for her, right? Showing that, that they can be together or whatever. And no, it's Adam Warlock just out of nowhere, just finger of God, and just brings him back in. And it's like, why? And like, okay, all the animal stuff that I was kind of tiptoeing around. I don't dislike that we got Rocket's backstory. I love that.
Yeah,
I'm glad we got it.
I appreciated having that.
I think they ramped it up just a little too much. That, like, it was I don't know, and maybe it's just me, but like the walrus with his eyes, right? Like that was hard. That was hard to watch that. And I get that there's shit like that goes on in the real world, like in our freaking world, and that sucks.
The rabbit was hard for me.
The rabbit, yes. Like, that sucks, and I completely agree with it. But, like, I didn't go watch, what was it called? Blackfish or Big Fish, or the documentary about Shamu at SeaWorld.
Oh, it's not Big Fish. It's
Was it Blackfish?
I think it's Blackfish.
But like, you know, I didn't go watch that. I went and watched Guardians of the Galaxy. And like, even if they touch on it a little bit, right? That's fine. Like the first time we see him, it's like, oh, it sucks. Like, look how brutalized he is, right? Maybe the first time we see him all and stuff, sure. Like, you know, to ramp it up for that first initial shock value. But then, like, we spend the rest of all of them with that, and then they all just die. And it's like, yeah, it sucks, but like, why the fuck are you beating me to death with this, you know? Like, I'm with you. I have been on Rocket's side since day one, you know? I don't really need to be beat to death with this grief stick.
Yeah.
You know? Like, you already got me.
Yeah.
And so, like, that was a bit much for me. I kind of referenced the fact that, you know, the plot of this movie is so low stakes. Like I said, the plot of the first one, they're saving the galaxy from running. Part of the second one, they're saving the universe from ego. The plot of the third one, they're taking Rocket to the hospital. And that's it. That's the whole thing. And like, I agree. Like, that's a good story. But this is how you're wrapping up this huge cosmic story of Guardians of the Galaxy, is with taking Rocket to the vet. Like, it's just a little too much. Like, it's a little too little, you know? And so you mix that with Gamora that ultimately goes nowhere. You mix that with just the choices. Like, I mean, let's think of the set pieces. The Flesh Planet. Like, yeah, that's an interesting idea. That's not a 20-minute idea. You know? I didn't need to spend 20 minutes on that. Like, that's a fun, we went through the portal, we're stuck on this planet for a minute while we get gas, and now we're leaving, right?
Yeah.
That's a fun cutaway gag, right? That's not a 20-minute segment of the movie with like deep interpersonal connections made. You know what I mean? Like, it was just a lot. And like, again, getting to the devil's advocate against myself, I think a lot of, and just kind of looking over it, like, what the fuck was the point, right? What is the point of this? What is he trying to say? What is this movie trying to convey, right? And where I landed was that basically there's a triangle of characters. You got, on one side, you've got Rocket, and on the other side, you got Peter. And both of them are on opposite ends of the holding on to their past spectrum. And so you've got Rocket, who refuses to deal with his past and is constantly running from his past. And you got Peter, who can't let go of his past with Gamora. And so you have both of these characters just kind of stuck in a state of arrested development because they refuse to acknowledge the truth of the past, right? Whether that's holding on to it and it doesn't exist, or whether that's not dealing with it at all, right? And so both of those stories are intersecting while using the high evolutionary, the tip of the triangle, as a cautionary tale for the two characters. Mm-hmm. So his whole thing, trying to build a perfect society, right? He refuses to learn that he needs to stop, and it ultimately destroys him, probably. We don't know whether he's dead or not. But let's just say he's dead.
God, it's going to be like a freaking episode of Dragon Ball Z. No, the villains die.
Yeah. I mean, hopefully he's dead, but it's fine. We didn't say body. For the sake of this story, for this plot, for what James Gunn wrote, he's dead. So that's what we're trying to see, right? And I think that there's something to be said about the fact that they both had to die before they could move on, right? They had to kill that piece of themselves so that they could grow as a person.
Yeah.
And so like they've been stuck in these spots, and it's starting to degrade them as people, right? Like, it's making them less than who they are, who they could be, right? Because you don't just stop growing, you start dying. You know, like a plant, when it gets stuck. It's not like it just stays
No.
perfect. Like it starts wilting if you don't give it the room that it needs to sprout and prosper, right? So I think that's what we're kind of talking about here. And when I mentioned, if James Gunn is trying to do that in a meta way by saying we've held the Guardians too close, in the MCU, and we've not really let them sprout and grow. And because of that, this movie is kind of a not as good as it should have been movie. Mm-hmm. And like, is that his meta way of proving the point of the movie by not letting it be the best version of itself? So that's a thought. But then they both had to die so they could move on. Rocket has to deal with the past, which he does with the High Evolutionary when he kills him. And Peter, when he finally is able to move on, is when the future, or at the very least the present, saves him, which is Adam Warlock. And it's not one of the previous Guardians that he's known. It's not anybody that he's even aware of. It's Adam Warlock that saves his life, which is a brand new thing that was not a part of the good old days of the Guardians of the Galaxy, right? And so I think that's kind of what we're building to, right? Rocket learns to accept himself. Rocket learns to forgive himself, and he is able to take over the Guardians of the Galaxy. Peter is able to move on and actually go back to Earth and explore his roots and do whatever the fuck he's gonna do on Earth. I have no idea, but he's able to make peace and amends with that, right? And so, like, I get all of these very, fundamental things that he's saying. I just still don't think I liked it. Like, that's the thing is, like, it's still at the end of the day, the action wasn't as good, the comedy wasn't as good, the everything felt more like. What was it? I was watching a TikTok, and I think it was the guys that make South Park, and they were saying that the writing should never be this happens, and this happens. It should be this happens, therefore this happens. Like there should be a causality between everything. And like to me, it just almost felt like he knew he wanted to get to the flesh planet. He knew he wanted to get to the High Evolutionary. He knew he wanted to get to freeing all the animals. Right. And like, how can we get there? And like, as opposed to the story just telling itself. And like, I don't know, starting the movie off with Creep, just one of the most depressing songs, like it's a great song. Mm-hmm. But like, compare that to Mr. Blue Sky, Mm-hmm. And like, that's where I feel like we're in like the breakup level of this. And even especially the ending with Florence and the Machine. That song's not a happy song. Like it tricks you into thinking it's happy,
but it's not.
Exactly. And so you're almost thinking like, is this actually everything that we've seen and seeing our people grow? Is that actually really not good? Like, are we supposed to, like, is he playing mind games with us where we're supposed to think that they've grown as people and that that's a good thing? And that's why they're celebrating and dancing and stuff. We see drags dancing, right? But the song is actually about letting love destroy you, right? I mean, you could say it's about domestic abuse, but it's basically about a relationship that is not a good relationship, right? And that even though it feels good at times, if you stay in that, it's gonna kill you. And so, I mean, that's one take on it anyway. Mm-hmm. So like, is he trying to subconsciously tell us that everything that they're doing is actually not good? That Peter should have never went back to Earth? That the Mantis should have never left and should have stayed with Drax? That like having all these kids there is not going to be good? That Rocket continuing the Guardians is not a good thing? Like, I don't know. Or is that what he's saying? And the fact that the Guardians of the Galaxy itself is a codependent family, and if they stay in this group called the Guardians of the Galaxy, that they will all end up miserable and destroyed because none of them will be able to grow and become the actual heroes and people that they can be. And again, if that's the case, that's great. I feel it maybe was just a hair too subtle. And and like you're telling us more than showing us. Like it feels more like the Matrix Reloaded than the Matrix, you know, where it's like we're just going to throw a lot of deep thought on this, but like there's not a whole lot of deep thought to it, you know, whereas the Matrix was very strategically the way it's laid out. But I definitely think James Gunn knows what he's doing. He knows how to write a movie. He knows how to tell a story. He knows how to direct. And so that's why I'm a little torn on like, did he mean to do this? You know, is that putting too much like thought? Is that giving him too much credit? You know, like I am floundering. Okay, because
you're firing on all cylinders.
Guardians 1 was my favorite, still is my favorite MCU personal film. Right, if you remove any of the like the Avengers hype and stuff, Guardians 1 is I think just the quintessential MCU movie. And it's perfect. Sets up a family, sets up a story, introduces all these characters. We love them all by the end, blah, blah. So to get to this movie and be so disconnected from it, like really has just kind of threw me through a whirl, right? And that's what I meant by Superman Returns, where I went into Superman Returns being so excited to see Superman on the big screen again. Not only that, it's going to be like Richard Donner's Superman, right? Unofficial sequel to Superman 2. And then I go and it's kind of boring, you know?
Yeah, that was pretty rough.
And like, that's kind of this, you know? Like, I don't know. Thoughts on spoilers?
My turn. And I know New Rock Stars said something about this, but like there was no throughout the first two movies, like yeah, it shows at the beginning of Guardians 1 that he got abducted. He never got to see his grandfather, and like never was really mentioned in the second one. Like he met his dad and they got to talk about his mom.
Yeah.
But then, like, Grandpa was never, like, brought up.
Yeah.
So, go over to the third, and, like, Manta says, you know, why don't you go back to Earth and see your grandfather? I bet he would love to see you.
Yeah.
And Peter's like, no. Why would I want to go back and see him? He
last time I saw him, he was yelling at me right after my
yelling at me, trying to and took me out of the hospital room. And Mantis was defending the grandfather and saying, you know, he was trying to protect you, because he didn't want to see you see death. Basically, she doesn't say that point blank, but that's what it was.
Yeah.
And she said, and then you got abducted by the Ravengers, and you never saw each other again.
Yeah.
And like that's brought up, but like it's never touched on more throughout the movie, you know?
Yeah.
And like I like the fact that he got to see his grandfather.
Yeah.
But I still feel like there's no no connection.
Yeah. Like it's a good scene,
yeah.
but like we didn't really do anything to get there.
Yeah. And that Star-Lord's going to be back. Yeah. The legendary Star-Lord.
Whatever that means.
I really love Cosmo.
Yeah, I mean, obviously.
She's the best.
I meant to bring this over.
I forgot his name.
Kraglin.
Yeah. Calling her a bad dog, and she said, "Take it back." Yeah. But I really enjoyed her. I wish, in a way, we could have gotten a little bit more, but
yeah,
I understand why. Because
I guess
because of the main crew,
could have spent a little less time on the Flesh Planet, a little more time with Cosmo.
I agree. I think I had a lot of problems with the Flesh Planet. I'm about want to say Flash.
Yeah.
Not in terms of its looks or anything, but like what all was happening in it. Like, yeah, we got some Nathan Fillion action. Loved it.
Yeah.
But like,
what ultimate purpose did it serve?
Yeah, like
other than being a set piece.
There wasn't being a set piece, but like they went past the dude that got the code to save Rocket.
Yeah.
Went right past him.
I mean, you could compare it to essentially this is the the nowhere scene from the first Guardians. This is the Ravagers ship with Rocket and Yondu. Like this
was actually entertaining.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like that's the role that this is filling for the third one,
and it didn't do it.
Yeah, like again, we're kind of building a lot off of reestablishing Gamora, and like if that had paid off to anything, then maybe that would have been worth it.
Yeah,
but it doesn't.
No.
And like, why is Gamora even with the Ravagers? You know?
Yeah, that was never set up.
And I mean, we're not dealing with like a stupid Gamora. Like, I think one of my biggest complaints about this is that, you know, when we get Gamora in Endgame, this is literally moments before the first Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
Like an hour.
Yeah.
You know? And like, for some reason, she is just completely not the same. And I know that she's grown as you know, that her character's changed and stuff. But like, I don't see the Gamora that was at the beginning of the first Guardians joining the Ravagers. I
don't either. I see her more of being a lone wolf.
Yeah, and she seems to be a little bit more honorable than the Ravagers.
Yeah.
And like this just felt like a completely different character.
Yeah.
And again, what's the point? You know? And again, if
we get Michael Rosenbaum.
Yeah, which was great. And like, again, kind of going back to it's a breakup movie. Like, I guess you could say the point of Gamora is to show that sometimes things end, and no matter how bad you want them to be like they were, they never can be.
No.
You know, even though Gamora is Gamora, she's not our Gamora.
No.
And so, like, basically a bad relationship, you know, you've broke up with somebody, now they're back in your life, and you're trying to recapture that love that you had for each other 10 years ago. And it's not going to happen.
Yeah, it doesn't work.
And like, sure, again, that is a parallel. It doesn't mean that it's a good story.
No,
you know?
No.
I'm really not wanting to just shit all over this.
No.
I don't think it's told poorly. I think just what he decided to tell just wasn't enough. Wasn't really an ending. Like, this feels like part 1 of 2, you know?
Yeah.
This feels like we're putting all the characters off on their own so that they can all come back together, you know, in part 2. Right? This is the Infinity War to Endgame. You know? We got to see the band fall apart so they can come back together. And right now the band fell apart and that's the end of the story.
Yeah. Like, there's a lot going on, and you said there's nothing also.
Yeah.
Adam Warlock and the gold people.
Yeah.
Like,
what was that all about?
Because I thought, oh man, the third one's going to be about them having to deal with Adam Warlock and the crazy lady.
Yeah.
Like, I thought that was going to be it, maybe throwing somebody else bad into it.
Yeah.
And I thought that was going to be it. Like, Adam Warlock excuse me. Which, I mean, he was after Rocket, but
almost like
under somebody else's jurisdiction.
Yeah, almost like an Ultron situation where like Wanda and what's his name?
Yeah,
but then they turn out to be good at the end and come around. Yeah,
like maybe if it was about that, the Sovereign. I just now remember their names. Like, if it was mostly about the Sovereign, and like Adam Warlock decided to turn on her, you know, like still play that part into it.
Yeah.
Because of how he was born too early.
And like,
I was a little bit iffy about it at times, but like, which I didn't get to see much of the ending. Our little girl got restless towards the end. By the end, I really enjoyed that character, you know, because especially when he gets the pet, he wants to save the pet, and his mom's like, you need to kill it. And he's like, no, I love it.
Which apparently this is like an abomination of Adam Warlock. Like, apparently Adam Warlock is a very serious, super intelligent.
Yes.
And like this is like a bastardization version of it.
Yeah. And I think James Gunn did it on purpose.
Probably. I don't know.
I think he did.
Like, was he forced to include Like, I mean, a lot of this smells like Marvel forcing him to do things, but he had free reign on this. Was it not?
Spider-Man 3. Like Sam Raimi
wanted to do Vulture.
Yeah. He wanted to do certain things.
Or Sandman, I guess, for the third one.
He wanted to do certain things his way.
And Sony was
Sony's like, no, you don't need to do that. We need Venom in, and
we need a cool Goblin.
We need a cool Goblin. Like, we need all this plan.
And he's like, I want to do a 1930s Sandman movie.
And he's like, you know what?
Fuck it.
I'm going to screw it all up.
Pretty much.
Fuck y'all. That's what it was. And to me, in some regards, yes, James Gunn made sure that the characters that he himself got to bring to life his own way still got, I mean, in some ways, the love that they deserve. But then, like, some offside characters, I'm just like, Adam Warlock's like a big player. Yeah. I mean, I didn't know much about him before the trailer came out. Like they said, he was going to be in it in the post-credit scenes of the second one.
Yeah.
And like the more and more, I was like, oh God, man, this dude could probably take him down.
Yeah.
And I was expecting this to be like an all-out, action-packed, free-for-all.
Yeah.
And it wasn't.
Yeah.
And I mean, you could have still played into the rocket thing, maybe. I don't know. Just at least explain where he came from. A little bit shorter.
Yeah. Or, I mean, even like, I feel like just sidelining Rocket so we could have his dream past be told to us. Like, I think there's a better way to tell that story. Like, I think you can, maybe he doesn't get killed at the beginning. Maybe he gets captured.
Yeah.
And he's on the high evolutionary ship.
Yeah.
And he's revisiting his past or something. Like, I don't know, but like to just have him be laying there dying for 2 hours and then come back and then be fine and like nothing matter about it,
Yeah.
And like another thing was like the Sovereign, like why did we establish that they were all created by the high evolutionary?
Yeah,
like where did that come from?
That was never ever mentioned. Like the second one's like, oh crap, you stole from us. We are the end all be all.
We're perfect and stuff. And like, I guess I'm assuming he made the tentacle monsters, which is the tentacle monsters that attacked trying to steal the batteries from the Sovereign. So like he was attacking the people that he had made.
Yeah, because he was testing to see if their society could handle it.
God, it's too much.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't matter. Like, he's answering a lot of questions that we don't need answered. Like, he's filling all the wrong holes, And like, for this, I don't know, for this movie, for this trilogy, right? Like, pulling back not just this movie, but the trilogy as a whole. Like, it's about family. It's about your found family. That is the whole point of the Guardians of the Galaxy.
I was kind of wishing away at the end whenever they all saying, I'm going to go do this. I'm going to go do that. I was hoping at least we get maybe a flash forward.
Yeah.
Like, they're still talking to each other. They're going to see each other, whatever.
Yeah.
That's what at least I was hoping. I know it's kind of lame because it's what Harry Potter did.
Wow.
But, but like, I don't know. It's just...
Well, like, even earlier I said it would have been cool if, like, if this movie came out 10, 20 years from now.
Yeah.
Right? And if it was, like, it's understood that they've been doing this, they've been doing their Guardian stuff the whole time.
Yeah.
And now it's like Old Man Logan, where they're like, they're all getting crappy. They're still doing the same old. They've been stuck in this place for 20 years, like of just the same routine of we stop the bad guys, we argue, we get back together, we fight. Like, that's an interesting story, but it's like we're trying to jump to that and we haven't earned it yet. Like you can't do Logan after X-Men 1.
No, you can't.
Like it takes
no.
takes that, And I get why, like, we couldn't wait for that, and I get that. It just I don't know. People are saying it's a perfect trilogy, and I just don't.
It's like how we feel about Better Call Saul. Don't you dare say that last episode's perfect television. You're lying. You're high.
I don't see how it's. I just don't see how it's a perfect trilogy. Like it. I mean, I don't know.
Is any trilogy perfect?
I mean, I guess one could say Lord of the Rings. A trilogy. See, the word trilogy is not so much anymore, but there for a good solid 15 years, the word trilogy was just thrown around like it was going out of style.
Yeah.
Every third movie was a trilogy.
Shrek trilogy.
Yeah, and it's like, no, you're making a part 3. No, that's not a trilogy. No. A trilogy is defined, like it's designed from the start to the end, that you need all 3 pieces as an act 1, act 2, and act 3.
Dune.
Which is one story, but
it is one story, but still, it continues.
Yeah, it needs, you need all 3 parts for it to make a cohesive story.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's what a trilogy is. And this, I feel like, did not wrap up the things that we were worried about, or the things that they set up to be concerned with in the first and second one. Yeah. And like again, if it's about finding your family, that blood doesn't matter, that it's you can be who you want to be. You can be the good guy, you can be the bad guy, not because of what anybody tells you are, but because of who you choose to be and who you choose to be your family. Like that's Guardians. That's the whole plot of Guardians. And like this is just there. That's not here. This is, we're breaking up. We are never ever getting back together.
It puts me in mind of the Beatles, because we start watching.
Honestly, it does feel a lot like this is a movie about a band breaking up. Because, like Fleetwood Mac or something. Yeah,
if you think about where we started watching that documentary, that long documentary on Disney Plus of the Beatles, and we never finished it. But like,
we need to.
Like they started working on the last album.
Yeah.
And they kept on getting problems. Like we can't get a studio.
Yeah.
They want this. This one wants that. This one can't come today. This one wants to do this.
Yeah.
And, and Paul's trying to pull all the strings just to keep everybody happy, keep everybody sane. And then where we stopped at is when George sent a note saying he wasn't going to come anymore, that he's leaving the band. And, like, that's what puts me in mind of, because when they broke up, I mean, people were sad.
Yeah. Something
because that was the end of an era,
Something hit me while he was talking.
What?
And I don't want to throw you off.
What?
So if there was more you was wanting to say on that.
No, I was just saying, I think that's what it puts me in mind of.
Because I think I know what the problem is.
Uh-oh.
All right. I think I've cracked this thing wide open. You're going to love this.
Oh, God.
Because I was sitting there, I was thinking, I was like, if this feels familiar. Somebody trying to keep everyone together. But then they all go their own separate way. It's Scooby-Doo.
Mm-hmm. Holy crap, he's Scooby-Doo'd it.
But we ended in the first act of Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, he's Scooby-Doo'd.
We didn't get...
He Scooby-Doo'd that crap, guys.
We didn't get the rest of the story.
No.
And that's why it feels unfinished. But he chose that. It's not like he didn't know. He wrote this like this 4 years ago.
He Scooby-Doo'd it.
God damn it.
It's his Scooby-Doo movie and Zombie Island just all over again.
Yeah. Like we left the players in the middle of the story. And like that's why it feels to me like an unfinished story. Yeah. Yeah. That's it. That's the problem. That's the problem. I have no idea why he chose to do it that way. I have no idea. I want to just understand, because James Gunn is a smart fucking guy. Mm-hmm. Like he's going to do great in the DC universe. So I really just want to understand why he made the choices he did, Enigma. And made those movies. Yeah, he did. Oh my gosh.
Big fan of the Scooby-Doo ones.
Maggie.
Oh no.
I don't hate it.
No.
I just didn't like it.
No.
Like, it's a good made movie. Like, it's still made well.
Yeah.
Acted well and visually, and, you know, like the decisions that were made were executed well. It's just the decisions made were some just weird decisions.
Yeah. Like, you go from that energy you had in the holiday special, and, you know, how much fun that was. I mean, yeah, it was focused on Mantis wanting to tell Peter that they're brother and sister, and, you know, sweet and stuff.
Which ultimately didn't matter.
Yeah.
Again, like, I mean, sure, sure we know, but, like, it didn't play into any kind of part, you know. Anyway, now we get to move into the...
Enough belly aching.
If you want to go back one instead of to the next one, because now we get to do something we're not really looking forward to.
Oh boy. This might be ugly.
Well, first, spoilers are over. No more spoilers.
No more spoilers.
So everybody, welcome back.
Yay.
We have our ranking for the summer 2023 so far. This is the first movie on the list. So currently, it's number one. Currently number one. But Maggie, now we have to add it to our MCU ranking.
Ah.
I know.
Jesus, why?
I'll be honest, I kind of forgot about it until just now. So, here we go.
That list is so long, man.
I'm curious where the fuck we're going to put it, honestly. All right, current ranking for Matt and Maggie's MCU ranking goes...
Enigma, they were a fun time. The Scooby-Doo movies were.
At number 42, Thor. Number 41, Thor the Dark World. Number 40, Black Widow. Number 39, What If? Number 38, Iron Man 2. Number 37, Hulk, or The Incredible Hulk. Number 36, Iron Man 3. Number 35, Avengers Age of Ultron. Number 34, The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Number 33, Moon Knight. Number 32, I Am Groot. Number 31, Wakanda Forever. Number 30, Ant-Man and the Wasp. Number 29, The Eternals. Number 28, Iron Man. Number 27, Avengers. Number 26, Captain America, the First Avenger. Oh, lordy. Number 25, Hawkeye. 24, Quantumania. 23, Werewolf by Night. 22, WandaVision. 21, Ms. Marvel. 20, She-Hulk. 19, Ant-Man. 18, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. 17, Captain America, the Winter Soldier. 16, Spider-Man Far From Home. 15, Doctor Strange. 14, Black Panther. 13, Captain Marvel. 12, Multiverse of Madness. 11, Loki. 10, Shang-Chi. 9, Thor Love and Thunder. 8, The Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special. 7, Thor Ragnarok. 6, Spider-Man Homecoming. 5, Guardians of the Galaxy. 4, Civil War. 3, Infinity War. 2, No Way Home. And number 1, Endgame. That was very loud. Maggie, where are we feeling
I've
this
got to move
movie?
Cosmo.
Okay, that's fine.
She's a good dog.
I'm going to throw out just a starting point.
Okay.
And you tell me if you disagree with this statement. I feel like at the very least, it's better than Wakanda Forever.
I agree. I was actually somewhere in that and through here.
Yeah. Between
like Moon Knight and all that stuff. So,
yeah.
So no, I agree. It is better than that.
So it's at least in the top. Well, it's 31 or
30s.
higher.
All right.
Would you say it's better than Ant-Man and the Wasp? I really just want more understanding of this movie. Like, that's the thing, is like, I feel like maybe I've just misunderstood it. And like, if I can just get more understanding, then I might feel better about it. But like, and maybe I'm just dissecting it too much. Maybe everything I said is completely wrong, and that's okay. But like, I'd really love to know what the hell this movie was
more
supposed
and more
to be.
Stuff's coming out every day.
Yeah.
So,
and I mean, we always reserve the right to change the list.
yes.
You know, like we always
Once
do
we realize, oh crap,
we put Miss Marvel way too high.
we put Miss Marvel way too high. I have a hard time with it. I don't know.
I think I'm thinking,
because if we say it's better than that, then it goes up against the Eternals.
I think where I first start questioning, I think it could go above Ant-Man and the Wasp. I think it could go above the Eternals. I think once you get to Iron Man, that's when it gets tough. Like Eternals, good. A little bit meandering, but it was good. This, though, it told a story that I didn't personally pick. Right. It didn't tell it bad. Like, that's the thing, is like, this movie was well executed for what it was trying to do. It's just, why was it trying to do that?
Yeah.
Like, that's where I'm falling apart here, is the why behind this movie. The Eternals was done well, but like is in parts kind of boring. Like, I love the giant Celestials, but also like, did any of it really matter? No. You know, we've kind of just abandoned all of that. Like, nobody has talked about this giant marble man sticking out of the earth, you know? Like, no one is talking
Nobody's
about
talked
it.
about the giant head that was in the sky. And,
Greetings from the big giant head.
and took, I can't think of her name, just took her away.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Cersei, yeah. Just took her away.
Yeah. So I mean, I think we can say pretty easily it's it's above Eternals. No, I think once you get to Iron Man, it's like I probably wouldn't be able to say it's better than Iron Man.
I don't think so either. That's hard.
Yeah. Again, we reserve the right.
Yes.
We reserve the right.
I'll say after Iron Man.
All right. That will make it our new number 29. So let me add it in here. Call themselves the Guardians of the Galaxy.
What a bunch of a-holes.
What a joke. Did I say 29?
I think.
Let me say. Yep. All right. Your new ranking, Matt and Maggie's MCU list. We will start at number 1, Endgame. Number 2, No Way Home. Number 3, Infinity War. Number 4, Civil War. Number 5, Guardians of the Galaxy. Number 6, Spider-Man Homecoming. Number 7, Thor Ragnarok. Number 8, Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special. Number 9, Love and Thunder. Number 10, Shang-Chi. Number 11, Loki. Number 12, Multiverse of Madness. Number 13, Captain Marvel. Number 14, Black Panther. Number 15, Doctor Strange. Number 16, Far From Home. Number 17, The Winter Soldier. Number 18, Guardians Volume 2. Number 19, Ant-Man. Number 20, She-Hulk. 21, Miss Marvel. 22, WandaVision. 23, Werewolf by Night. 24, Quantumania. 25, Hawkeye. 26, Captain America, the First Avenger. 27, Avengers. 28, Iron Man. 29, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. 30, Eternals. 31, Ant-Man and the Wasp. 32, Black Panther Wakanda Forever. 33, I Am Groot. 34, Moon Knight. 35, The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. 36, Ultron. 37, Iron Man 3. 38, The Incredible Hulk. 39, Iron Man 2. 40, What If. 41, Black Widow. 42, Dark World. And 43, Thor. What? The fact that Thor. Like, just, you know.
Yeah, I remember when Thor came out and everybody's like, look at Chris Hemsworth, it's so hot.
We're not going to dissect the whole Thor thing again. But that finally is our show, everybody. Man, I still don't really know how I feel about this movie. But we've at least landed on where we are. I've said all the things I needed to say, you know, and I feel like with some more clarity, I'm open to changing my opinion. You know, I'm open to that. I just want to understand more. I think that's the thing.
You'll be back.
But that is going to wrap it up for us, everybody. This has been the Hopefully Awesome Show, our weekly podcast where Maggie and I recap all of the nerdy news from the past week and review and preview certain things. We'll be back again next week at 8:30 Monday we don't really have something specific to review, but we will probably talk a little bit about Legend of Zelda.
Yeah.
Because that drops Friday, and
it's
I can't
Zelda weekend.
Freaking wait, man. Oh my God, the weekend's just going to be shot once we get that thing. But we will be back again tomorrow night at 8:30 with going back to Beast Wars. It's almost over, thank God. Just Beast Machines is just, it's a fucking slag fest.
So,
and we'll be back again on Wednesday with Going Back to Smallville, episode 6 of season 3.
Guest star Benoit Blanc.
Benoit Blanc is going to be on the case this week.
Enigma, thanks for hanging out with us, man.
Yeah. thanks for stopping by, Enigma. Of course, Eric dipped out a little bit earlier.
Yeah, thanks, Eric.
Thanks everybody for hanging out
And
with us.
Viking King.
Yeah, we hope y'all we hope y'all enjoyed this show. We appreciate you for being here.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, if you'd like to get any exclusive content or ad-free, you can head over to patreon.com/hopefullyawesome. But that's it.
That's it.
Thanks for watching, and as always,
Have a hopefully awesome day.
bye.